New York City grew into New York City because we were very early on thoughtful about building a public transport that was able to bring people from a variety of areas into a center.
Mass transit is one of the hallmarks of New York City's identity. Without mass transit, we're not New York. Building the Second Avenue subway, to me, says we're not afraid to do big and bold things.
The city of New York, over the many years of its existence, its ups and downs, was never short on thinking big and building big.
The Second Avenue subway is the largest subway project, not in New York City, not in New York State, but in the entire country.
New York City needs an extremely efficient public transport system, and the east side of Manhattan has been neglected for a long, long time. As a result, everything concentrated about 2 avenues over on Lexington Avenue, where 1.6 million people a day are traveling.
The Lexington Avenue subway line is the most overcrowded subway in the entire nation.
We are a very densely populated city with 8.5 million people, so there was no question in my mind we needed a Second Avenue subway, and we needed to get it built as quickly as possible.
And there were all kinds of opportunities that were presented, but the answer had to be a subway system that moved tens of thousands of people every day.
There's going to be a tremendous amount of new Yorkers coming to the city. We have to move them. The Manhattan Chamber of Commerce believes the Second Avenue subway is key to the continuation of growth and economic development for all the neighborhoods it's going to connect.
You can follow all of New York City. Wherever there's a subway line, there's economic growth for the future and forever.
Since New York City Transit had not built any new subway systems in decades, our objective was to build a 21st century subway.
This excavation of Second Avenue subway is one of the most complex projects you could be on. There's a lot of planning, a lot of efforts, and a lot of energy that goes into making a tunnel.
To actually create a subway station takes all disciplines, and they're all equally as important. Otherwise, if one piece is missing, the whole picture's ruined.
When we came here, it was a mission that had to be done due to the overcrowding, obviously, on the Lex line, and all the issues associated with this neighborhood not having a subway since the 1930s.
It's like a puzzle that you are putting together. You have all these mechanical systems. All of them have to work in unison for the station to work.
You can't look at a book and see what we've seen because this isn't a textbook. It's always different once you open the ground and start dealing with that rock mass itself.
People had no idea that there's this beast under the ground, under the city, drilling and making a huge tunnel right in front of their doorsteps without them even knowing about it.
One of my most rewarding moments on this project was the holing through on the 86th Street station. That final blast came through and everybody had a great feeling of accomplishment. The feeling that real men and women go through mountains. We don't go around them. Here we go!
There's no limits to what we can do. Second Avenue is an example of what can be done.
The investment is into our future, is an investment for our children and grandchildren. New York City has always been at the forefront of employing new technology to move us a step forward, and the Second Avenue subway is in the continuum of that legacy.
I'm proud of being part of the Second Avenue subway team. Only in New York City you can find this team of people, this passion.
New York is a place that thinks big and builds big, and the Second Avenue subway is consistent with all of that, but we can't get comfortable with what is just being completed today. We need to get the whole job done. The 2nd Avenue subway needs to get built in full, 125th Street all the way down to Hanover Square. And when it does, it will have a real economic development impact all the way up and down that line and far beyond.
Well, I think it would be a major historical achievement in the history of New York City that we would be able to complete a project of this nature from 125th Street all the way down to Hanover Square. The benefits would be exponential.
The subways are the arteries and the heart of our city. In order to stay the business capital of the world, we have to invest in our infrastructure. If we're not investing in it and making it better, then we're going backwards. And I want to go forwards in the greatest city in the world.
What I want people to remember about the construction of Phase 1 is one thing: we've done it.
The 2nd Avenue subway is coming, and it will be transformative for the great city of New York.